Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video, mostly because I'm excited to empty this bin out and recycle these items slash throw away anything that I cannot recycle and start afresh. So I have this full bin of products here to share with you. These are all of my current beauty empties. I will quickly note that I don't share my makeup empties in my empties video. I share that in my makeup rehab series. So if you want to see all of my makeup empties recently, I'll leave my series link down below. But I have all other things beauty. So anything body care, fragrance, hair care, oral care, things like that, skincare. We got all that in today's video. And I have been really trying to focus on finishing up those products that have been lingering in my collection for way too long. We've got like a fourth of the bottle left and we're just not finishing. We're just not figuring it out either. We're just not finishing those products up. I have been so focused on those because I really do want to minimize some of the clutter happening in my bathroom mostly and under the sink. And I'm really proud of some of the progress that I made. So anyway, I have a lot of empties to share with you guys today. If you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like what? If you like palette themed content, project pans from time to time, just chit-chatting about makeup and hanging out, that is what we do over on this channel, and I hope you will consider subscribing before moving on. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below or do anything else the YouTube algorithm loves for you to do. I would really appreciate it. And whoa, let's slow down. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm gonna go in no particular order. I'm honestly just going, we're gonna start out by we're gonna start out with what's on top. So I enjoy using baby wipes as makeup remover, swatch removers of some kind. I've been really enjoying the water wipes, but they're kind of expensive. Less expensive than makeup wipes, but still kind of expensive. So I had gone back to the Target brand wipes, and I just don't love these ones as much. These just don't have as much water in them. They're more just almost like a dry cloth. So I went back to the water wipes. I have two of these empties, and we're fully committed to the water wipes again. Okay, then I have the Shiseido facial cottons. If you're wondering what this brown stuff is around it, I'm pretty sure it's a product we're about to get to, but I love the Shiseido facial cottons. I tried to get away from them for a little bit just to not have to buy them and anyway, I tried to get away from them and then I came back to them because I love them so much. I use one of these every single morning when I am just doing a quick wipe with my cellar water. Sometimes I use them at night if I'm using a toner, and I can't get away from them. So I have an empty there. This, I am literally so happy, is an empty. I was putting off using this for such a long time because it is such a messy product. I've used one of these in the past. It's from Frank Body. It's the coffee scrub. This is the messiest thing ever. It's literally coffee grounds as an exfoliant. I will say it is a good exfoliant and it does leave my skin feeling really soft, more soft. And almost like there's I don't want to say an oil film on top because that sounds gross, but it does leave my skin feeling a little bit more soft than the Tree Hut scrub. But I will always use the Tree Hut scrub because this is just so messy and it's brown and it gets everywhere and it almost looks like there's literally poop splattered all over my shower when I use this. So I'm so glad to be done with this. Will not ever be buying this again because it's just too messy. All right, then I have a ton of body wash. I have in the past been a really big bath taker. I will say I've stopped taking as many baths in the last couple of months, but I do still have a lot of body wash. Okay, I finally finished up from Ahava the Dead Sea Mineral Shower Gel. This is not a favorite. I don't feel like this suds up enough in order for, I like something a little bit more sudsy than this. Yeah, would not buy again. In every empties video I talk about Bath & Body Works shower gel. My mom happens to be so good at going to get her free gift from Bath & Body Works with her coupon, so she always has a good back set going of Bath & Body Works shower gel, which I'm like, why would I not go shop her closet for shower gel rather than spend money on shower gel when she's offering it. It's not like I'm going and stealing. So anyway, the two that I used up was Juniper Breeze, which I actually really enjoyed. I thought this was a really nice spring scent, kind of like a clean floral spring scent. And then I have Calming Skies, which is lavender and peppermint, which I loved for my evening time baths. Again, I'm not really taking baths as much, so there's that. To be honest with you, when it comes to body wash, I really, for the most part, especially when it comes to like my bubble baths, I just kind of use whatever I have taken from my mom. But I do have a Salt and Stone body wash that I like to use when I'm actually like in the shower washing my body. And then I have this from Sol de Janeiro, the Boom Dia Bright body wash, which my daughter had and it was in her shower. And I will say the Boom Dia Bright cream has historically not been a favorite of mine. I just don't love the scent of it. But in the body wash, I absolutely loved. And actually my daughter and I were at Ulta yesterday and I almost bought the full size, but then we told each other, we were like, no girlies, no girlies. We're waiting one more week to make sure we really want what we went in to purchase. So we actually left Ulta without buying anything. And it honestly felt like a crime. But I do think eventually I will buy this full size body wash. It's just, what does it even smell like? Well, I can't really smell any of it right now. Does it say the notes? No, it doesn't. I don't know. I just really enjoyed this. I felt like it was a body wash that like I could still smell after I got out of the shower, which I do like. But if you have any other recommendations on like a good body wash, let me know. Because I am looking for like a body wash when I'm like wanting to smell good after the shower and not just clean my body, you know? Let's get my #1 favorite product of all time out of the way next. I literally talk about this in every Empties video. Yeah, do you see how messy? We've got the Frank Body coffee everywhere. The TheraBreath Oral Rinse is literally my freaking favorite mouthwash of all time. Normally I wouldn't get passionate about something like a mouthwash, but I love this because it doesn't sting or hurt like Listerine, and it honestly makes my breath smell and feel more fresh for much longer. It is definitely more expensive than Listerine, but it is worth the investment in my opinion. My favorite is Sparkle Mint. My favorite is Sparkle Mint. I also like any of the blue ones. I also have a little mini. I also have 2 other little mini travel sizes that I usually just like refill. I have one in my purse at all times, and then I have one in my desk at work, but I'm literally obsessed with TheraBreath. My 92-year-old grandma was over the other day and she was like, Steffi, what do you recommend for a mouthwash? And my mom is like, what she's gonna recommend to you, because my mom also started using TheraBreath. She's like, what she's gonna recommend to you, mom, is way too expensive for your taste, because my grandma will literally just go with the cheapest of anything, and that's just who she is. But I told her, and I was like, but grandma, it's like $9.99 for this size. And she was like, but you really like it? And I was like, I really do. And so she ended up splurging. Grandma splurged on the mouthwash. I will have this link below. I don't always link all my products, but I literally link TheraBreath in every Empties video because I just want to turn everyone onto it. Okay, I have the oldest Tower 28 SOS spray. Finally finished this up. My daughter has the Tower 28 SOS spray. Honestly, my skin has been breaking out so randomly and bad lately. I should see if this helps. But as of this moment, I haven't repurchased this. It is supposed to be for stressed out skin, so perhaps I should give this another go. We can go through my skincare next. I have, I think, 2 moisturizers. I did finish up the Tula, the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. I've gone through several of these. I actually really enjoy this face cleanser. I love this scent. It's like this really nice, light, fresh, clean scent. And I think this does a great job of actually cleansing the skin. I prefer this for a morning time cleanser, and I'll be honest, I'm really excited to finally be getting through all of my face cleansers, and I want to buy the Youth to the People Kale Green Spinach Cleanser for the morning again. I love my Peach and Lily for my nighttime cleanser, so as of this moment, I don't really have a need to go out and repurchase this. I still think it is an excellent cleanser. It is still one that I would recommend if you are interested in, and it's one I could see myself buying again in the future, but I do want to buy the Youth to the People one again. Then I bought the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. Do you guys want the real tea on why I bought this? This is probably like way TMI, but I feel like I always have the worst ass acne. Why am I sharing this on the internet? I really just feel like I do. Like I always just have butt pimples. So anyway, I bought this to try to wash the tush with. And I feel like it's made a bit of a difference. It's not something I've gone out to repurchase. I have been using the KP, I'm laughing because I literally, well, I edited this out possibly. The KP bump eraser I have been using. Still sometimes, there's not every bump erased. But we'll see if I notice things like not being as good when this is, now that this is empty. This is a recent empty, and perhaps I would buy again. But this is supposed to be for for dry to very dry skin, cleanses without leaving skin feeling tight or disrupted. I didn't really ever use this on my face, maybe a couple times in the past, but I can't really give an opinion on it for a face cleanser. Just an ass cleanser. Okay. A product that I am absolutely going to be repurchasing again, but again, I'm trying to finish a few more things before I really like hone in on like my perfect skincare routine, but I have been missing this. It's from Caudalie. It's the Vinaigrette C+ Instant Detox Mask. I love this for a detox mask. It is this almost like pink calamine clay sort of lotion. It's one of those that dries onto the skin, and I feel like you can see like the impurities getting like sucked out of your skin. I do like to have a detox mask to use like once a week. Again, I really have not been in my like self-care skincare era for a very, very long time, but I really enjoyed using this. I do highly recommend. It is something that I do plan to pick up at least by the Sephora VIB sale, if not before. So we'll see. I've been diligently working my way through my skincare, all of my backup skincare, so that I can buy the things that I want. And this is one of the things that I do really want to buy again. That did not go as planned. There we go. All right, next up is, I think, actually a product that is an empty for my daughter that ended up in here. Let me ask her opinion on this. Hey, Zoe. What's your opinion on the Bubble Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturizer? Okay, I feel like maybe I used this 1 or 2 times, but Zoe said it was nice and hydrating and that she would buy it again. And Bubble is definitely less expensive. You can buy it at a more affordable cost. This is something I could see myself buying for my overnight bag to have as like a moisturizer at night, because it's not as expensive. Anyway, I can't really give much of an opinion, but Zoe says she'd repurchase. All right, I have a little mini of the Tatcha, the Indigo Cleansing Balm. Personally, I didn't love this. I felt like it was a little bit too thick, and I just love my Peach and Lily oil cleanser over a cleansing balm these days. So thank goodness I don't feel like I need to go repurchase this or go out and purchase this, because this is a pricey cleansing balm. Another product I'm not going to go out and repurchase, I definitely have some vitamin C's that I prefer over this one, or a couple other vitamin C's that I'm interested in buying. But this was the First Aid Beauty 10% Vitamin C Brightening Serum. This was fine. I also just don't know that my skin loves vitamin C, so there's that. And again, I just have not been in like a great skincare routine, so I wasn't reaching for this consistently. This was actually getting quite old in my collection. I probably used this well past when I should have, but I'm not itching to go buy this again. Overall, though, I love First Aid Beauty skincare products, so it's not a shot to the brand. I really don't know if I care to have vitamin C in my skincare routine. A product that I am absolutely buying within the next 3 to 4 months. Again, I have a couple other moisturizers I'm trying to get through, but I am going to buy this. It's from Youth to the People. It's the Superberry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. So this is an overnight mask, and this just makes your skin look so glowy and beautiful when it's on. Like, you just look like you have just glowing glassy skin. I was looking at myself in the mirror after I did my nighttime skincare routine when putting this on, and I was like, my skin just looks so juicy, healthy, and fresh. And I feel like this does a really nice job of hydrating my skin overnight. So we'll absolutely be purchasing this again. I already missed this. The Glow Recipe Plump Hyaluronic Cream, I won't purchase again. I don't feel like my skin loves hyaluronic acid. And while I thought this was beautiful and also made my skin look, I don't know why I'm opening an empty jar, look nice and glowy, I felt like this one made my skin look even nicer and glowier, and my skin likes this one a lot more than it likes this one. This one was also pretty thin and just didn't feel like it was the most ultra hydrating product I've ever used. So I won't buy that again. A product that I may buy again is from Tula. It's the 24/7 Ultra Hydration Triple Hydra Complex Day and Night Serum. I did really like this for a nice lightweight gel moisturizer in the morning. It wasn't something that I felt like took forever to sink into my skin, but it did feel like it added hydration to my skin in the morning, which is what I'm looking for. I do have some other morning moisturizers that I'm currently trying to get through, but this is definitely something that I have kind of been missing just because I feel like it was that perfect lightweight gel-like moisturizer, and so I could definitely see myself buying this again in the future. Another product that I will purchase again, I'm just working my way through my other eye creams, and I feel like I have quite a few eye creams, but the Fresh Black Tea Firming Eye Serum is my favorite nighttime eye serum or cream that I have ever used. I like this because I do feel like it makes a difference in just my under eyes looking a little bit maybe more plump and tight because it's a little bit more plump. Definitely there's still creases under my eyes. I mean, I'm 34 years old, but I really appreciate this product and I have been missing this in my collection. So as soon as I make my way through a couple other eye creams, I will be buying this again. And then the final product I have is a little mini of the Biossance Squalane and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumping Serum. I've actually gone through a full size of this in the past. I did like it, but again, it was like during a time that I don't feel like I was in a consistent skincare routine, so I don't really know what it does for my skin. My skin needs help right now, so clearly I need to figure out my skincare routine. Potentially I would come back to this. I really love Biossance as a brand. My skin just loves their skincare products. I would say Biossance, First Aid Beauty, Youth to the People, Fresh, and Tatcha would probably be, Peach and Lily, of course. Peach and Lily would be my top like 6 skincare brands. So I don't necessarily know I would buy this product again, maybe, but definitely more Biossance in the future. Those are all my skincare products. So speaking of Biossance, I do have the Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen as an empty. I really like this. I will say I love my Tula sunscreen, one because it smells like banana, which I love, and two, it is very, very glowy. So I wouldn't say I wouldn't buy this again. I actually think a lot more people would prefer this over the Tula. I just love how glowy the Tula is personally, but this is something that I would recommend and potentially buy in the future. I just love my Tula glowy ones so much, but I feel like I didn't burn with this one. I didn't get any sort of pilling issues. This sits nicely under makeup and I think it's a great SPF. I have one nail care product. I have an empty of my Q-Tex Nourishing. This is what I use for my nail polish. I feel like it does an incredible job of taking my nail polish off. I never have any issues with it, and I think, is this? No, I'm like, this is not acetone free, is it? Fast acting enriched formula. Anyway, I love this. This is the one I've been using for literally years at this point. I can't even tell you how many empty bottles I've had of that, and I believe it's like $2.99 at Target. Oh, I missed a skincare product. I finally finished up my beauty water. This was just like a literal beauty water, like a micellar water. I don't know. I don't even know what brand it's from. Oh, Sun and Park. I got it in some sort of subscription box of some kind, and it did take me forever to get through. I will say, I feel like I appreciated this towards the end of its life with me because I was using it every single morning in place of a cleanser, so I didn't have to like fully cleanse my skin again. Now I just use my Bioderma micellar water every single morning, which I really love. I literally don't know if I could even get this anymore, but the Bioderma micellar water is good, so I don't need to seek this out. Let's look at, I have another SPF product. I have the Vacation SPF 30 baby oil. I used to be really into baby oils for like tanning purposes. Now I don't really care. And there's so many other vacation products I prefer over this one. Like I'd rather buy the Vacation whipped cream that's SPF 30 personally. But if you like a baby oil that has SPF, I did think this smelled really nice. It did give a really beautiful oil effect. So it's fine. It's just not something I personally need to go buy. I believe I have 4 hair care products. 4. I have the Amika Flash Instant Shine Mask. This is just a little trial size. I do not really care about a product like this, so I used it up. Sure, it made my hair look shiny, but I also just don't really care. So not something that I'm gonna buy again. I also have from Gussi, G-U-S-S-I, the Squeaky Clean Priming Shampoo. They sent this to me years ago. First of all, it's like a very interesting package. I don't know. I also don't know if this is just like a deluxe size. I'm honestly not sure. This was fine. I do feel like it really sudsed up. Like Squeaky Clean, I understand why they call it that. It really did suds up. but I also feel like it almost like stripped my hair. So definitely not something I'm seeking out to buy again, but a hair product, actually 2 hair products that I do love. I have the Raw Sugar, the conditioner. I love Raw Sugar hand soap, and so I was really interested in trying their conditioner. Love their conditioner. It's like $14.99 for this jumbo. I truly feel like this does an excellent job of making my hair feel hydrated, conditioned, and soft, which I have really dry damaged thick hair, so that says a lot. And so I have already repurchased this. I already have a full size in my bathroom, and I've also gone on to buy the shampoo as well. So that I love, that I'm going to continue to repurchase. And then I do need to buy another one of these, especially now that it is swimming season, pool season. I need a clarifying shampoo. This is the Olaplex number 4 C Bond Maintenance Clarifying Shampoo. I absolutely love this. This is by far my favorite clarifying shampoo that I have used. This is the second bottle I've gone through of this, and like I said, now that it's pool season, I feel like I can't keep making excuses for not having a clarifying shampoo, so I will be buying this again. I do love that. Speaking of Tree Hut from earlier, I did finish up the Moonlight Glow or Moonlit Glow Sugar Scrub. I can't tell you how many Tree Hut sugar scrubs I've gone through. I absolutely love them. And Moonlit Glow or Moonlight Glow was one of my favorite scents that I have used thus far. I like something that is more of like a masculine cologne-y sort of scent. This one honestly smelled more like just like clean. I'm terrible at describing scents. Anyway, I have another one in my current collection. I can't even remember what we're using right now. Zoe wants to get Cotton Candy next, which I don't think will be my personal favorite, but we're gonna get that one next. I will eventually come back to Moonlight Glow, and clearly I liked that scent because I did go on to buy the shave oil as well. I have gone through several bottles of the Tree Hut shave oil. I do like a shave oil because my skin is so dry. Shave oils seem to work the best for me. I have another one of these that I currently am going through. So clearly I love both of these products. Speaking of oil, I did finish up the Kopari Golden Aura Body Oil. I actually went through a little deluxe size of this earlier this year, and then I bought the full size because I loved it so much. It was a beautiful body oil with these gold flakes running throughout it. It had this like light vanilla scent. It smelled so good. I have been really into a body oil. I'm almost done with one from Sol de Janeiro. I have a couple from Salt Air, but this is something I would buy again. I think full price this is $39. I don't really want to spend $39 on a body oil because I do feel like I also go through body oils rather quickly. I promise this is like not what's causing the ass acne. Promise. Maybe it is, honestly. Like maybe I'm just putting it all over my body, and it is. You get the way that I'm going with that though. Anyway, if I could get this on sale, I would definitely buy it on sale again. Because the Salt Air ones are a little bit less expensive, I think if I was buying things at full price, I would continue to buy the Salt Air. I really enjoy those as well. But if I could get this for like 20 to 30 to 50% off, I would definitely buy this again. Love the scent of this one so much. And I feel like this does feel extremely nourishing on the body. Another skincare product that I missed, a mask that I finished up, it's from First Aid Beauty. It's the Arnica Relief Rescue Mask. I did really enjoy this. I will say I don't feel like I need a product like this in my collection, although right now I probably could use it. I just feel like if my skin is like really freaking out, a mask isn't necessarily the first thing I personally am thinking to go towards. In fact, like I feel like I just try and scale back even more on my skincare. I will say though, when I was getting really dry patches on my arm and my elbow last year, almost like a year and a half ago at this point in time, I was using this on that, and this helped so much. So like I said, I love First Aid Beauty skincare products. I don't feel like this is a product that I personally need in my collection again, but I'm glad that I got to try it, use it. I went through a full one. I think it's a good product, especially if you're someone who your skin freaks out and you like a mask. If you have really dry, irritated skin, this might be something worth checking out. Speaking of the Boom Dia Bright, I do have the little mini Boom Dia Bright cream. This is actually mostly my daughter who used this up. Again, not my personal favorite of all of these scents, especially for the lotion, but for the body wash, I'm here for it. I did finish up a fragrance deluxe size. I finished up the Fleur Mood Ring. I I did enjoy this. It is definitely not something I felt the urge to go rebuy. I don't think I will repurchase. I have several other scents I prefer over this, and it's definitely, actually I'm like, okay, that is a fun summer scent though. It definitely doesn't give me like, well, I suppose it's mood ring. In my mind, I'm thinking of like peach rings, but it does not smell like peach at all. It is like a solar scent, perfect for the summer. Okay, I actually do really like that. But I don't feel like I need to go repurchase because it doesn't last the longest. And I do have other summer fragrances that I love more. I've been loving my Kayali ones. Something with like a banana and a coconut scent. This one is not that, but this is... Okay, for like by the pool though, this is really nice. I don't know how to describe the scent literally at all, but if you can get your nose on it and you're looking for a summer scent, that might be one to check out. I clearly did not go out and like instantly go rebuy it, and I don't think I will because I do have other scents I'm trying to get through, but maybe one day I'll return back to that. The final empty that I have is from Mally's, and it's the Get Dreamy Overnight Toning Body Whip. I really enjoyed this. It definitely was like a body whip in that the formula was just like, it felt like a whipped body cream. I also love the scent of it. It has a very clean lavender sort of scent. It brings me back to like a childhood memory of some kind that I can't quite put my finger on. It like really does remind me of almost like our family vacations up north. Very fond memories. So a part of the reason why I think I love this so much is just like the scent is clearly tied to like happy, like a happy scent memory. That really is bringing me back to childhood. I wish I could like place the very specific memory, but anyway, I finished this up. I will say I didn't instantly go out and repurchase this. This is something that they did send to me. I honestly have no clue what this would cost. However, I believe it is in the 30s. So I wouldn't buy this at full price, but I absolutely would buy this again if I could get this on sale for like 30% off. And I would use this. This to me is like a nighttime summer scent. I think it's because there's like a childhood memory tied to this that is from the summer. I can't clearly place it, mixed with the lavender, but for some reason I'm like, I feel like this is more of suited towards, and because it is more of a whip than a thick body butter, I feel like really nice and suited to summer nighttime. Like do we know where I'm going with this? A nighttime summer body moisturizer. Would buy again on sale though. Anyway, I need to go clean this out because there's Frank body poop at the bottom basically. That is going to wrap up and conclude today's empties video. I would love to know what products you've recently emptied out. Do you have any new favorites from the things that you have finished? Do you have any things that you're like, I would stay far, far away from this going forward? Let us all know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.